of 2 games po para sa mga nanonood. There will be a chance na magkaroon tayo ng 1-1 but there will be no third game at pupunta na tayo sa ating 4th match if ever, whatever happens in this game number 2. What can we expect in the bans, Burger King?
I'm thinking something towards at this point kasi kahapon there were targeted bans up against Jade. Minsan targeted bans up against the gold laners. So depende talaga I think for the teams kasi really you see a different flavor every match. And I think this is really the beauty of the combine. Matilda is going to be the first ban and Omi hindi talaga ipapalampas itong Fanny ng ating mga Sibol teams. We're not going to be seeing it. Huge respect for Oh My Venus and Jade as well.
Yeah, mukhang wala na, hindi makakapag-Fanny na lang to sa custom game. Ire-request pa niya na bawal iban yung Fanny para ma-practice niya. Ganun na nakalala. And this Fanny is something that not only does the Sibol people respect, but I feel like in the amateur scene, sobrang respetado din talaga yung Fanny nito ni Jade. Kaya kailangan talagang matahan, tanggalan, and of course, limitahan kung ano yung pwede niyang gawin sa isang laro. Because we can see already Jade on the other picks such as the Akai and I think sino po may manalo niya? Even the Karina, napaka-effective niya.
Yep, it's going to be oh wow, Sibol Blue is going for the target up against Oh My Venus. I talked about this, Omi, sinabi ko lang kanina, targeted bans up against a certain player, certain lane. But for Sibol Blue, it's completely going to be Oh My Venus, the Matilda, Estes, and Angela. Agad-agad nawala. And for Sibol Red naman, of course, it's a mix and match of the Fanny, the Valentina. I'm thinking maybe like a Kai or a Julian yung pwedeng iban dito ng Sibol Red. But that means a lot of heroes are open for the first pick here for Sibol Blue. Either the Savior, either the 1-1, not unless ban ito ng Sibol Red.
Yeah, the madaming open na picks dito because of the Sibol Blue banning out 3 heroes specifically for the Queen. Now, the Beatrix could definitely be something that you want to pick considering that the 1-1 is already banned out. Sibol Red is practically saying, Sibol Blue, kunin nyo na yung Beatrix kung hindi kami kukuha nito. But that might be a trap because may Savior pang open and naging sikat na counter pick to Sibol Blue yung Savior pick na yan with the Franco against that Beatrix.
Beatrix, you mentioned the Franco, that could be a deadly combo para sa Sibol Blue. Hindi pa naman siya banned away. And as for Sibol Red naman, there is still the Savior here that is open. Or they could pick up Oh My Venus hero. At this point, since wala ni Matilda, wala ni Estes, the Eve as well is open here for Sibol Red to pick up in the first phase.
Pero mukhang Thamos at Akai ang kukunin nila dito, a sturdy front line plus a lot of access on crowd control, especially on this Akai. At alam naman na natin yung damage and dueling capacities ng isang Thamos and the XP lane. Let's see if Sibol Blue is gonna take that Esmeralda na madalas kinukuha against this Thamos. But of course, you can pick other XP laners as well. Pwede mo kunin yung Terizla, if feel mo mag-Terizla. Pwede mo rin kunin yung D-Rot kung gusto mong makipag 1v1 talaga against this Thams. But I feel like Thams does win that 1v1 against D-Rot. So I wonder kung ano kukunin ng Sibol Blue dito in response of that XP and jungle pick.
There is the Thamos, there is the Akai, pero ano kaya sagot dito? Maybe a gold laner, a mid laner for Sibol Blue, Sicilian that they love picking up. Could be a choice here for Sibol Blue. And Balmond for Sibol Blue actually, since na-pick up na dito ni Wais ang kanyang hero. So, si Savior naman yung magiging choice dito for Blue. For Sibol Red, is it going to be the classic Savior-Sicilian matchup? Kasi nakikita ko yan kadalasan kung may Savior, Sicilian in terms of the range. So, I don't know if Sibol Red is gonna go that route. Alam natin, ginagamit yan ni Haji, so that could be a potential choice picking up their mid laner. Or perhaps something to go up against the Beatrix dito ng Sibol Blue.
Yeah, Eve is also a choice here. Bukas pa rin naman yung Eve for Sibol Red. Having that Eve paired up with the Akai is definitely strong. But of course, they're gonna get the Lolita first. Sisiguraduhin na nila na mahaharangan yung Renner shots and also the Dawning Lights coming in from Beatrix and Savior. with this Lolita pick. Definitely a good pick, pero ang kulang na lang sa Sibol Red dito is of course a constant source of damage. Meron na silang crowd control from the Akai, a little bit of damage coming in from the Thumbs, but then again, kulang kayo sa DPS talaga. So yung last two picks nila, it's going to be focused on mainly dealing either burst or high DPS. So Sibol Blues banning, we can expect a lot of gold lane bans or even mid lane bans sa mga burst mages natin.
Burst mages like Cecilion, the Eve na paborito ng Sibol Red could be a potential ban here for Sibol Blue since nakasecure na rin dito ng roamer Sibol Red. So I'm thinking something along the lines of the Eve, the Cecilion, yung mostly mga ginagamit ni Haji, or I think very flexible naman at this point. It's either the Queen or Haji will pick up those heroes. Sibol Red, the final ban here. Wala pang roamer. Franco could be a good choice. A very deadly combo. Franco Beatrix, Franco Savior for Sibol Blue. I think they should ban out the Franco at this point. Sobrang deadly nito. Isang hook, iron hook and bloody hand combo. Sobrang deadly. Pero Sibol Red is just gonna go for the Cho.
Yeah, nakita naman natin Cho is one of the, let's say, comfort picks of the position 5 of Sibol Blue. I think that's NIX. Kailangan lang talaga huwag siyang bigyan ng hero ngayon. I think the Franco NIX played earlier, they did win. But then again, the early to the mid game of this Franco pick coming in from NIX wasn't really the most efficient one. Kumbaga, hindi tumatama yung mga hooks niya early to mid game. But by the time na umabot na ng late game, the clutch hooks did land. So that was the important part of that pick. So I feel like Sibol Red, they're willing to give away the Cho. Kasi alam nilang mas efficient yung Cho na yon kesa sa Franco ni NIX.
Yung isolation plays na ginagawa ni NIX was on point. We've seen it yesterday. And now for Sibol Red, I was actually gonna say the Bruno was open for Kiel 1. Alam kong sinesecure niya ito. But for Sibol Blue, final two picks, the roamer, mainit na mainit. The Franco is open since the Cho has been banned away. And they also need something for Edward here, sa Sibol Blue, to go up against the Tamas of Trinsanity. Esmeralda is out. The Benedetta we've seen. So, ano kaya yung kukunan dito ni Edward for Sibol Blue?
A Kufra on the hands of Sibol Blue plus the Paquito. A lot of burst damage on the side of Sibol Blue and crowd control as well. Mukhang team fight talaga ang gustong gawin dito ng Sibol Blue, and they also have the option to actually just go for objectives considering that they have range and damage coming in from the Balmond and the Savior.
They can go for tower dives dito for Sibol Blue. Medyo delikado ito. They need to reach someone in the backlines, lalo na itong Beatrix, the Palmon, even the Kufra can go under the tower. And Paquito, a little throwback as well for Edward. Edward Balboa nga, na tinatawag natin sa kanya, is gonna go up against the Tamus. I like the buff dito sa Paquito. It has been buffed up very well sa recent patch, and I really want to see it go up against this Tamus ni Insanity for Sibol Red. But this is our final matchup. Late game, well, I do have to give it to the late game king, which is Sibol Red. Ikaw ba, Omi? What do you think?
No. I have to say late game as well, Sicilian is something that we need to respect. Ito yung tinatawag natin na nagsascale beyond late game. Yung ultra late game tinatawag natin. It doesn't matter if lahat may lock item na. May itataas pa yung damage ng Sicilian because of his passive. So that's why we call him the late game king. So ngayon papasok na tayo sa ating game number 2 of series number 3. This time around, hindi si Filipino Sniper ang magbe-Beatrix. It's Toshi Asato trying to show Filipino Sniper what's up.
Will it be the same thing? Pero again, it seems like Kiel 1 is also very comfortable dito sa Bruno na to. So I think it's more of the pokes dito sa gold lane as well as the mid lane. I think that's the name of the game actually for this one. Pokes after pokes, they can definitely do that. At ngayon, Edward and Insanity as well as this mid lane. Nakuha dito ni Wais ang Lito Wanderer. Great start para sa Sibol Red.
Yeah, Sibol Red right now, they're playing it at just the right amount of aggression. Kailangan lang kumalma ng konti in terms of forcing out the mana from Haji. Kasi ano naman natin na early game, mabilis talaga maubusan ng mana ng Sicilian. So they can't force fights in the mid lane ng paulit-ulit, and they have to respect the damage coming in from NIX and Toshi Asato in the gold lane. Protektahan nila ang Filipino Sniper kahit naka-Bruno siya.
Nandito na nga ang pokes. I do agree with you, Omi. Ito yung marami nagtatanong, ilang beses ka umuwi pag Cecilio ng gamit mo? And I agree with you there na kailangan talaga na Sibol Red here cannot force out too much fights in the early game. Hindi pa ganun ka lakas yung damage ng isang Sicilian. So it's more of the pokes, it's more of the stacking for Haji in this early stage of the game. And as for the rest of the members ng Sibol Red, all they have to do is sustain their lanes, not get picked off, and get the objectives para naman makashine ang ating late game king Haji with the Sicilian pagdating sa late game.
Yeah. And ngayon, we are heading to a short pause. Pero of course, may tinitingnan lang tayong konting kaguluhan. Other than that though, this game number 2, nabanggit mo that the late game definitely is in the hands of the Sicilian, but we also have to respect yung mid game naman ng isang Savior, no? With the current adjustments in the Savior, hindi na siya masyado nagde-depend sa kanyang transcendence state rather. So, mas okay na siya in constant team fights and constant bursts of damage. And by mid game especially, mararamdaman yung power spike ng isang Savior. Actually, nakita din natin yan during Series 2 kung saan mid to late game nakahuli ng isang napaka-crucial na target, and that was just one. Pero it was more than enough to secure them that team fight and eventually the game. So I'm just excited to see if maglalaro pa rin ba based on power spikes dito, because if I'm correct, kailangan by mid-game tapos na ng side ng I think nila Toshi Sato, Sibol Blue ang laro na to, because kung tumagal pa, Haji would definitely demolish everybody.
Yeah, Sibol Red is gonna love it. Dito may Bats Impact, Bats Feast. Ang ganda ng pagkagawa ng zone dito. Pero Wise, eyes on the prize. And they take in the turtle.
Oh! Nasampal pa nga ni Idol Vexana with the ultimate Numenon Blast sa mukha, at mukhang yung purple ay paglalabanan din. Wise spins around and takes down Jade, plus that purple buff. Sibol Red securing 3 objectives, a kill, a turtle, and a purple as well.
Yeah, I love how aggressive that they went. After nakuha ni Wise yung turtle, sakto nag-Bats Impact dun si Haji. They went all the way for the purple buff. Actually, na-confuse nga ako dun, Omi. Sabi ko, si Wise ba yung Balmond? Ay, hindi. Siya pala yung Akai. Kasi parehas naman sila umiikot. Pareho sila umiikot doon. So I got confused for a little bit. Kala ko ano yun yung spin ni Balmond. Hindi pala. Kay Wise pala yun. And now they're rotating here to the bot side. Ang ganda ng rotations dito ng Sibol Red. They have been getting all the resources here from Jade, despite the fact na tinatawag nga itong Balmond na double retreat, the lethal counter, as well as the retribution to secure in the objectives. Great start pa rin for Sibol Red. They're already on a 2K gold lead ngayong 3-minute mark.
Double retry siya kapag nakalapit, at hindi siya pinalapit kanina sa game na yon. At wait lang nakuha pa rin ni Wais kahit ni lethal counter. Mukhang medyo nanlalamig ata ang lethal counter dito ni Jade. Maka-cancel nga ba dito? Flicker out for Toshi Sato. Hindi tatama ang Numenon Blast, and now Vexana has to go to Jade instead, stunning up the Balmond. Bats Impact to finish the kill, at makakukuha ni Haji ang kanyang unang kill of the game. NIX in trouble. Kill 1 just dealing damage. Nice stun, and here comes the shotgun from Toshi Sato. Pero tingnan mo naman yung damage ng gagaling dito kay Kill 1 with the outplay. Oheb with his ultimate. Dinala sa FIFA, sa World Cup, at nakaisa pa. Sibol Red 5-0 right now, and Yue is getting hunted down as well, but the snare is more than enough to almost secure a kill on Drensanity, but for some reason, buhay pa rin naman siya. Edward as well falls down, at isa-isa nang bumabagsak ang mga miyembro ng Sibol Blue. Vexana, mukhang siya lang ang magbabayad, pero hindi pa rin mamamatay.
Grabe dun si Kelwan at si Haji, no? Sabi niya, uy, Edward, masyado mo na yata kaming miss. Dinalawan sila sa gold lane. Actually, nagulat din ako na Edward was actually there. He wanted to get a potential kill actually on kill 1 or Haji. But fortunately enough, andun rin yung mga shields from Lolita, from Vexana. There's a short pause here called in by our teams, of course, to fix in what they need to fix. Pero babalik muna tayo dito. Patuloy-tuloy na wala pang deaths dito si Haji. Omi, this is looking really, really deadly for Sibol Red if this keeps up.
Yeah, grabe rin yung ginawa ni Oheb doon, no? Dahil nga yung kanyang ultimate with the Bruno, bumabalik-balik kasi yon kapag dalawa lang kayo. And that is an important aspect of that outplay, no? Tumama yung ultimate, maximum damage output on the two members. Akala ko Beatrix party na yun, eh. Yung tipo na naka-shotgun, lalapit. But the knockback plus the dash coming in from the Bruno, tapos yung ultimate damage na nag-bounce back lang sa dalawang target was more than enough for that outplay, to the point na yung Bruno na mismo yung lumapit nung alam niyang mananalo na siya sa trade. So, wow. Kiel 1 showing up with the Bruno. Mukhang may bago tayong aabangan the moment na lumabas ang bagong blacklist.
Yeah, actually, alam mo, Omi, I was surprised na ginawa yun ni Kiel. Kasi diba, nag-dash in siya, nag-flicker in pa siya para mahuli doon si Toshia. So, yeah, sobrang daming outplays na ginawa ng Sibol Red doon sa ating bot side. They are leading right now. And I agree with you. I'm looking forward to see kung anong mailalabas pa ng blacklist sa mga susunod nilang mga laban. Bruno is one of them. So, hindi pala bali ang pupuntahan nila. Baka FIFA World Cup na pala ang susunod na pupuntahan.
Ibang sport na pala yung nilalaro ni Oheb, no? Soccer gods na pala. Pero grabe, no? This is something that we're seeing new here in ating ISF Combine. Kanina Minotaur, ngayon naman Bruno na uma-outplay early game pa lang. So usually, no, makikita natin yung damage ng Bruno late game pa talaga. Pero NIX, kailangan na mag-ulti palayo. Sanguine Claws, pumalik ka dito. Sabi ni Wais, sige, lalayo pa kita. At ayan na nga, the combo is real from Sibol Red. 7-0 ang ating kill score.
2-0-4 na dito si Haji. But speaking of, ang ganda ng setup rin doon ng Sibol Blue. They take down Haji instantly and this is a call. Nakunin ang mid-side tower. Ang bilis. But makukuha nila.
Oh no, Uweb, Numenon Blast plus the Body Slam. Dalawa ang bumagsak para sa side ng Sibol Blue. Sama mo na si Toshi Asato. He did have the flicker pero hindi yun sapat para buhayin siya or hindi na nga niya nagamit pa.
Si Kiel 1 World Tour talaga, no? Kanina sa bot side, now dito sa top side at mga trabaho lang kahit hinarangan siya doon trying to chunk that tower real low, pero si Edward Balboa rin sa ating bot side, tamang depensa lang. So towers, both teams, Sibol Blue and Sibol Red, they don't want to give it away. It's already too much, it's already a big thing na nakuha dito ng Sibol Blue, ang mid-side tower.
And tandaan natin, no, yung damage output ng Sibol Red ay lumalaki habang tumatagal tong laro na to. Mas mataas ang kanilang late game scaling at dahil sa kalamangan nila dito sa early game, mahihirapang makabawi ang Sibol Blue. Now NIX, trapped between 4 people. Edward Balboa nandun sa gilid with a 2-man jab combo. Kailangan na niya makalayo pero naipit siya dito ni Wais and a fast impact ang kakaitin sa kanya ng buhay. Sibol Red with another kill.
10-1 ang ating score in favor of Sibol Red. They have taken in all the major objectives. And speaking of Wise, already going in for another turtle of this game. Patuloy-tuloy ang goal and XP. Hindi na talaga pinapalapit dito si Jade. Kumbaga, parang pinapakatras even sa sariling jungle dito ng Sibol Blue, hindi na rin binibigyan ng opportunity ng Sibol Red makakuha pa ng resources dito si Jade. Isang item pala yung na-secure niya. I think he's going for the Radiant Armor sa kanyang second item. Pero again, Omi, 7 minutes, we're going into the mid-game. This is a Bruno and Haji's Cecilion that we are talking about. Constant scaling all throughout the game.
Grabe. And ito yung tipo na gusto pang umisa ni Oh My Beam, gustong manggulat pero grabe naman yung savior combo. The knockups, the combos is real for Sibol Blue. Umiikot-ikot dun sa likod yung Balmon pero mukhang kailangan na niyang tumakas dahil dalawa na ang bagsak sa side ng Sibol Blue at dalawa rin naman para sa Sibol Red. Great setup from Sibol Blue. Kahit malaking lamang ng Sibol Red, naging even ang trade.
They waited na ikasta doon ni Vexana or ni Queen ang Luminon Blast and right after that ang ganda ng Guardian's Barrier ni NAX and went in for the wild charge. Ayun nga lang, ang bilis rin doon ng yung heavy spin dito ni Wise para lang i-cast away yung mga members dito ng Sibol Blue. A great setup pero again, Sibol Red is already feeling it. Andyan na yung power spike, 7K or going 8K dito for Kiel 1 as compared to Toshia Sato na papunta pa lang sa 5K goal. So sobrang yaman ulit dito ni Kiel on this Bruno.
And Sibol Red right now trying to end this game already. NIX pinalayo, hindi na nakapag-ulti pa. Bats Impact tatama sa dalawa pero Edward Balboa muling babagsak. Pero sabi ni Jade dun sa gilid, sumide-step ng konti. Bats Impact kasama na rin ng damage dito ni Bruno. Tatlo na ang mawawala para sa side ng Sibol Blue at kailangan na rin tumakas dito ni Ube. It's a 3-4-1 in the favor Sibol Red.
Wow. Can I just say na kadalasan, di ba, kung ikaw yung jungler, ikaw yung main damage dealer, ikaw dapat yung pinoprotect na. Pero this time kasi, no, Akay si Wais, siya pa yung zone dito sa mga members ng Sibol Blue. Ang ganda ng heavy spin na yun. And ngayon, Umi, diretso na agad ang Sibol Red dito sa Lord Pit. I don't think i-contest na to ng Sibol Blue. Because masyado na malayo dito ang mga members nila and Wais will be taking it in the 9-minute mark.
Level 1 Lord on the side of Sibol Red as we look at an almost 10k lead. This is roughly around 500 na lang at 10,000 na talaga. Sibol Red will be taking almost all resources around the map. They have controlled 90% of the map for majority of this game. At kulong na talaga ang Sibol Blue as all the buffs, all the lanes are getting pushed. Ano kaya ang gagawin dito ng Sibol Blue?
I think for Sibol Blue, no, ang ganda naman setup dito actually yung Guardian's Barrier tsaka Wild Charge ni NAX. So I think that's something that Sibol Red has to watch out for. Pero hindi mo rin ma-deny dito yung power spike ng Sibol Red. Patuloy-tuloy, kumakatok na rin dito yung Lord sa base. Would this be
Oh no, nakahuli si Wais ng isa. Yung Beatrix pa nga yung nahuli niya. At mukhang yung Balmond na atang isusunod. It's a 4v5. Na-transfer muna sila dito sa bot lane. May card pa naman. Low HP on Haji. It's gonna be very dangerous for him to continue this fight. Nice ultimate coming in from the Savior. Dawning Light lands on 3. At mukhang kailangan na mag-back ng Sibol Red. Edward Balboa looking for blood. Bex